we try this. Oh, great. I will start with the practical things. If the fire alarm goes off, or in case of visible fire, use emergency exits. And follow the nearest green emergency sign to get outside and place for assembling in beside the ice hockey arena of Scandinavia. And I think it's in the back. Is that true? Okay. And in Swedish, om brandlarmet går, eller vid synlig brand, följ närmaste skyltning för nödutgång för att komma ut. Plats för återsamling är vid ishockeyarenan Scandinavia. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Research Edge and welcome to the spring in Gothenburg. This city is built by skilled people from Holland, Germany and Scotland many hundred years ago. Today, more of 500,000 people have their home here. In 5 years, in 2021, I hope you will be back, for we will celebrate our 400th anniversary. Gothenburg has a long history as an important trading node with the biggest port in Scandinavia. Good international relations, trade and interactions have always been important to us. Our mechanical industries, companies, universities are today dependent on deep and fruitful connections to abroad. Our attitude is made clear in the motto of Gothenburg, sustainable city open to the world. My name is Karin Pleijel and I'm a deputy mayor of Gothenburg City. And I'm also a part of the Green Party and the chairman of the educational board. My responsibility is education from preschool to upper secondary school, from 1-year-old to 18-year-old pupils. What a privilege and what a challenge. I myself experienced as a teacher for 14 years and also as an environment scientist. 2015 was unfortunately a year of instability in the world due to war and partly due to climate change. To everybody following the daily news, it's obvious that the instability seemed to last this year. A small part of the refugees in the world has arrived here in Gothenburg, eager to start a new future in our city. It's a challenge mostly because we need to expand our schools quite fast. It's also a great opportunity, too important to miss. Our ability to take care of all the human capacity arriving in this context highly essential. With the ambition to stop school segregation, we now, from New Year actually, prepare schools in all parts of the city to welcome the newly arrived children. The parents are offered a suitable school, sometimes along with bus transport, and the more newly arrived pupils will go to school in an environment with children with Swedish as a mother tongue. Today, around 13,000 pupils in Gothenburg have another mother tongue than Swedish in our schools. And these are offered courses and in some cases guidance in their native language. And this number includes the newly arrived. We have a language center with around 300 teachers and they have an expertise in more than 70 languages. To be able to succeed with all the pupils, we need a school environment that captures and develops the professional skill of every teacher. An environment that produces skilled teachers. And there's a great consensus today that the recipe for success is high quality teaching in the classroom or outside, combined with a skilled teacher that supports the pupils and encourage them to extend their capacities. So I'm happy to see so many here today, and you're willing to expand your own capacities and your repertoire of functional tools based on science, or maybe even more on proven experience this time on the conference. And at last, I would like to express my admiration for you and the field you're working in. Through teaching, you make other people's, young people's, dreams come true. Or to borrow the 2015 year's winner of the Eurovision Song Contest, Måns Zelmerlöw's words, "You are the heroes of our time." Stick to that thought. And I wish you a fruitful conference and a very pleasant stay in Gothenburg. Thank you.
How do I follow that? I had a big speech in Swedish ready for everyone, but I must have left it on the bus somewhere. I'm so sorry. How extraordinary for you all to be here. Thank you so much for giving your time on a Saturday. Given that most of you work in education, you've given up your Saturday to come to a school to talk about education. We must all be insane, so thank you very, very much for that. And also thank you for permitting us to speak in English throughout the day. We Brits need a lot of help with that, so thank you once again. I want to just very briefly say, because we'll need to start the sessions very soon, I'm sure you're very eager to get to them. My name is Tom Bennett. I started Research Ed 2 or 3 years ago in response to what we thought was the need for teachers and educators to become more involved in the research which was so deeply affecting our lives, our profession, and the lives of the children that we taught. We saw a lot of bad research getting into classrooms. We saw a lot of good research that wasn't getting into classrooms. So the whole point of Research Ed is about everyone in education, everyone who's affected by research, to come together to have powerful, meaningful conversations about what we think of research, what research we need, what research means to us, and what research will help us in our classrooms and in our schools for the betterment of all. It's a very simple thought, and that simple thought seems to have caught fire. We are honoured to be here today, and I will say my thank yous at the end of the day if you could make it that long. But there's one big thank you I need to say right now, which is to Sarah Hjelm, who I think many of you in the room know already, with her energy, enthusiasm and professionalism, who has made this day possible. So I'll thank her properly at the end, but that's just something I want to say right now. Yes, Sarah's very modest. A couple of things for you. Please, please, please use the hashtag if you're on Twitter. Talk about this online. The hashtag today is RedScanned. We found that most of the events we do, they all seem to trend throughout the country. And that's a very important thing, because it means that a small number of people all talking about the same thing can have a big impact. So do use the hashtag RedScanned. We'll have lots and lots of breaks. So talk to each other. Speak to the speakers. That's what they're here for. Today you'll notice on the programme we have teachers, school leaders, policymakers, researchers, academics. And that's because on a day like this, we're all equal. We're all there to be spoken to. We're all there to share and to network with each other. So please, don't be scared, don't be timid. Walk up to people, challenge them. And during their sessions, if they don't mind, ask questions. And I think most of them should have some questions and answers towards the end. There will be some filming going on throughout the day, so please do not be alarmed. If you want to be famous, by all means, walk in front of the cameras. There are a couple of changes to the programme I just want to bring to your attention. Everyone gets the programme out? Good, thank you. You can tell your teachers, very organised. The first one, session 2, is the one that's mostly affected here. In session 2, in the Don Juan room, we have a session called In Discussion with Guests, with Pedro de Bruquer. That session will be Pedro de Bruquer, Harry Fletcher-Wood, Lucy Crehan, and myself, and we'll be talking about international comparisons in education. And that will be hopefully a very interesting panel discussion about international comparisons in education. Also in session 2, we are deeply sorry to report that Lena could not make it today. Unfortunately, her transport is broken down. So we're very, very deeply grateful that Gary Jones will be presenting a session for us with Kevin Bartle from the UK, and they'll be talking about, let me see if I've got this right, schools as complex adaptive systems. Schools as complex adaptive systems. And if that doesn't get you interested, I don't know what will. All right, so session 2 has been slightly changed from the scheduled programme. Go see people you've never heard of. Go see people you can't see normally. I am deeply upset there'll be several people I cannot see because I'm either on or in different places. And that's the way it should be. I want you to walk away thinking that you've learned maybe 5 or 6 good ideas, that you were upset with somebody, that you were interested in something that somebody said, or you wanted to follow up and learn more about something that somebody said. And that's what today is about. Sharing, networking, engaging, challenging, and taking away great ideas. If we can do that, then I feel we've had a success. I hope you have a lovely day. I hope to speak to all of you at some point for a long period of time, at least an hour. So we're going to be here for a while. Have a great day. If you need any help or assistance, do let us know. There are lots of people wearing the lovely t-shirts today, so ask them anything. Thank you very much. Let's start our session. Have a great day.